What is up, guys? I have a very fun deck for you today. Today I thought we haven't done Northern Realms in a little bit, so let's return to what was once a tier 1 deck, see kind of how it fares. Um, the idea here is basically the same that you've always seen, and I don't feel too bad playing it now since it definitely isn't tier 1 anymore. I guess some notable differences really fast is Kudak, I think that's how you pronounce that, but this and then the Siege Ladder, basically we're teching him in. There's a lot of Nilfgaard, a lot of movement, so Vysogota gets locked or he gets moved. These two cards should hopefully be able to negate that. And right, he still keeps his charges, so you can pull a little like sneak attack on him, and you drop Kudak as your like second to last card or whatever. Boom, you got all your charges back. Slam him in. Scoia'tael moves it, or even just any movement tech. That last play, you can move him back, and then oh, he's got all his charges again. So, and it's adjacent units, so you know you can kind of keep that in mind with how you position because you could negate another log. And so because of that, we had to drop down one Carrack frigate, but to me that's honestly fine. Basically, you're going to use Anna or a Carrack frigate to like really try and win out round one, and then hopefully you have one or the other one to really get a lot of points round three. But this card is just it wins games. It really does. If you're not greedy with it, I get greedy in one of these matchups that I easily could have won. I got really greedy, and it sucks. You sit at the end of that, and you're just like, wow. I got too greedy. So if you're not greedy with this and you spread your boosts around, I mean that card it'll just wins. It's utterly ridiculous. So it's one of those cards. If it lives, you win. If it dies, well, you decent chance you're losing. But there's so much good value in this deck. I mean, between like triple duels or 2 resets, you've got so much boosting in here, just creating lots of good value, very good engines. So sequencing can be kind of awkward. With like, okay, I've got like, half my hand are engines, how do I sequence this? But the fact that you have engines and points and then reactivity with boiling oils and duels is just phenomenal. And then just this 4 provision bronze package is just something strongest in the game in many instances. Trident infantries, we got thinning, really cheap thinning here. Royal Guards and Carrack Marines, I mean, you got protection here, damage, the provision distribution feels great. Feels really solid. So it's definitely not tier 1 anymore, especially with Nilfgaard running around. This deck can get absolutely clap some matches. But in non-heavy control decks, you're at least going to fare well if you play it well. I think that's a kind of keynote thing is sequencing is huge in this. So it leads for some pretty interesting matches, but even in control decks, you can still pull out wins, which you'll see in a match. So yeah, there's not going to go too much in strategies. You kind of know a lot of this. Just thought we'd return to it, kind of see how it's faring in the current meta, and yeah, let's hop into the games. All right, going against Swarm. We have seen this deck make a pretty big resurgence. It's got a lot of support recently. So one thing we do have to be careful of is Pred Dives here, because it does have the organic tag, so they benefit off of it, and because they have a lot of low units, they're not too mad if they lose a card like that. Okay. We have Red Coin here, you always love to see it. We're going to kick a Royal Guards, and I think we're going to kick a Drummer. Okay, 2 Boiling Oils, don't really care to see that. Boiling Oils aren't getting crazy value here. Not typically a lot of engines we're shutting off unless we see, of course, like an Endrago Larva or another Thrive type, but this is usually just, play your Arach's Nest, fill up the rows, and then play Bone Talismans and things like that that can boost it up, Chimeras, etc., etc. So, let's lead Royal Guards here.
If the king demands a head, I'll give him yours.
Pretty typical first play, But we're going to do that. We're going to drop Carrack Frigate. Protected. And we're going to drop old Drummer here. Now, if it gets Pred Dived, probably still doing the same. Okay, natural selection. Okay. That's a pretty decent trade for him because it makes it a little bit awkward for us if we get this down. I am afraid of Pred Dives, but when we look at our other choices here, don't really have very great These 2 boiling oils really suck. I probably should have kept the guards and kicked the boiling oil. Alright, well, let's see how much we get punished for it. We'll go melee. Yeah. But again, we have red coin, so we're on blue coin with a hand like this. It's a little bit awkward, and monsters can punish you relentlessly for it. Especially, this is definitely a deck for it, because if they're running... Okay, here it comes. Here's Pred Dive. If they're running a Yennefer... No, we got the Parasite out. Running Yennefer, Leader and Yennefer can, like, win you so many, like, 3-card round 3s. They're still not a good target for boiling oils here, so I guess we could just drop a Naked Drummer. Just, it's not having targets, but, yeah. We'll slap it range throw.
Left, right, left, right.
Fortunately for us, though, this is a matchup where Vysogota could actually go off. Very hard to get him to go off recently, which I'm kind of fine with. It's pretty much a toxic card. There's the Behemoth. But, less granted, of course, they have Pred Dies. What I'm deciding here is, okay, so we drop this, we get 7 on the board, it's boosting up. We have 5 removal here, we'd have to commit a lot otherwise. This might just have to be a pass and just get ready for the bleed. And we would potentially have a short round. I think we're going to have to pass, though, unfortunately. Too much of our stuff got answered. If Frigate had lived, or we already had Drummer like ticking onto our guards or something, maybe. But we're just gonna get out because we could play 1 card, but it's not gonna get us any good. Like we'd have to quit instantly after. Okay, so let's kick one of those boiling oils. Okay, and let's kick a siege ladder. All right, we're drawing our tech cards in a matchup where we don't necessarily need it. So, okay. Yeah, I mean, we're probably getting pushed in. Would not be surprised. So, Trident kind of sucks here. We not having a Talus or AA really gonna hurt. So I think let's just go ahead and drop this down.
Aye, aye, sir.
We don't know exactly how far he's gonna push in. So we're going to play back a little bit, and then we'll go. I mean, Trident with Vysogota is definitely viable. So now we're going to play Carrick Marine. Nice value.
Finally.
We'll see if he passes here. If not, we're going to drop Defender and get ready for a brawl. It's interesting that Swarm kind of showed up at the end of this patch when Lockdown Colgrim Clog was still a thing, because these are about the best targets you could ever imagine for a Clog deck to hit with the Viper, which is now for Coded Weapons terrible. But so you can see there, glad we didn't go ahead and commit and go ahead and start prepping for the push, because that's sometimes when you know they're going to push and you go ahead and alright, we're going to go and just start dropping our good cards, getting ready to survive. I wasn't too sure what they're going to do, so I was playing slow at the beginning, and it paid off. We had an extra mulligan here too. Okay, there's Natalis. Again, I don't think we need Siege Ladder, and if we do, we can tech it out. Okay, that's good. It's Baron. I think we're going to kick Boiling Oil, though. I don't think it's getting great value. Okay, and then probably kick him. Okay, you can't really ask for a better hand. You really can't, because we can pull Anna with this. You couldn't ask for a better hand. Okay, so Natalis here can protect against a Pred Dive. And then that would enable us to go Vysogota pretty safe. So I think what we're going to do here is this.
Dark clouds gather over
Go
to
Amphibious Assault. We're going to go Anna Stringer. Oh, I should have put it on that side because of Tridem. So that was a misplay. What I'd want to do is have her play on this side, so then I can have Tridem be on her left side, and then the drummer be to the further left of the Tridem. If that makes sense. Okay, we got a lock baited out. That's good.
Our world is in harmony.
Okay, let's go ahead and start getting Vysogota ready. So we'll drop this.
A coat of arms is nothing you choose.
That
Dare
buff
not
to him has
mock
been
mine.
huge. You've seen that card teched into so many matchups. I really like that of the balance. Update when they did that.
Critical
Okay,
thinking, the sign of a healthy mind.
before I finish that thought, do we put the shield in here? Because Pred Dive could hit either one. I think we put the shield on. Just in case. Plus, Red Haze, you never know, you could see it. It's only 4p, so... But I really like that with the last patch, is how they took a lot of those lower end golds and just absolutely skyrocketed their value by giving them not only strength buffs, but they like drastically dropped some of the, like, I mean, 2 provision drops, some of them is huge, but drastically dropped some of their provision costs, which was so nice. Like, you think Nivellen was 8, now it's 6. That's actually a viable card now. Okay, so next we should probably go this.
We must trust each other.
Go that. Get drummer down. We're fine saving Tridem here until later. It's not like we have to get on this super fast because we can just pour these charges into him if we have to. So let's go here.
Again and again and again.
Apologize if any of my drinking bugs you guys. Gotta stay hydrated here. Hope it's not coming through the mic too loud. Apologize if it is. So this guy might have a little bit of an overswarming problem. Itter could help him. Or Eider, I apologize for saying that wrong. But we'll see. We'll see what he's doing here. Talismans are granted, and Triss Telekinesis. There's Triss Telekinesis. But he's got a lot of cards left.
I will not let this become a
And
second
I feel like
sign.
if you do have Yennefer, you want to go ahead and drop it now. So let's go ahead and get this engine ticking.
To arms!
It's gonna be close though. I mean, Swarm has a lot of points. And my duel units aren't getting crazy value. But I guess I could have maybe went ahead and dropped Varaxis. Because maybe replace Soldier boosted by 1. These are knights. Oh, there we go. Here's the pain. Yeah, this is gonna be an interesting one. So I think should we maybe just go ahead and drop this down? Okay, well Varaxis could get us another point into that. So let's go here. And we can get an extra point off of Baron.
court shall pledge their allegiance.
I mean, we do have 10 points sitting here, so that's 10 points on our side and 10 damage. So you got to consider that. I mean, absolutely stupid strong card. Might have kind of a whole discussion about cards like Vysogota or Colgrim coming up. They're problematic cards. Very problematic cards in some ways.
With a Hero in our midst.
We got a brawl here. I mean, we're getting, when and if they drop Yennefer, we're getting pretty decent value off that. It's not like we only have 3 cards down. These bone talismans are huge.
These dogs have no honor.
Let's go ahead and give them a shield to help protect. We're going to start pouring charges into here so we don't run out later. So we don't run out, because that's a huge, you can actually like run out of time to like click all these charges. We're going to go ahead and get the ball rolling on that. Playing our targets, so we've got Dorgray and Chimera, probably our 2 targets here. Okay. Baron can hit this.
There'll be nothing to pick up when I'm done with you.
Okay, go here.
Have you no honor? Stand and fight.
Reset, I guess, this. Okay, look at these points. Look at these points. They could have a, whatever it's called, Geralt, you know the one, the anti-boost one, I'm thinking Yurden. Because they like to run that in these decks, which, I mean, makes sense because you're giving boost to your opponent, so you want to try and counteract a little bit of that. Yeah, there it is. Oh, this is going to be close.
Any last words?
Dang, yeah. That's unfortunate. Maybe got a little too greedy with that. Just spread it around. Ah, that sucks. It's not like this can be any better. Okay. Okay, we're gonna kick Amphibious Assault because we can pull it with. Ah, and there's one of our targets for it. Guess we can pull Anna Stringer. I'm gonna hit this guy really hard.
Temeria has yet to speak its last.
Yeah, I guess we'll go Anna Stringer. Playing her on the correct side. So we can drop the Trident on right here, and then the Drummer on the other side. Probably just say Frigate, I guess, for a different round. Okay, that's fair, that's fair.
To arms!
Alright, here comes Matic or something, right? So we get this Drummer down, though. If they're not having answers for it, which would be weird if they didn't, but if they're not, we're cruising. We'll see what they are, though. I don't quite have a read on what this deck exactly is, because people have been running this leader just for anything Squirtle recently. Okay, what in the world? What in the world's going on here?
Quickly.
I guess we go Frigate. We should probably try and keep it boosted up. So we're going to go here first.
Army's a waste of time for one like
We'll get
me.
that engine ticking, and then we're going to drop frigate. So then it should be outside of a killable range for a lot of things. Okay, there's bomb. Here comes Matic. Yup. Drop this first.
And it's all for me, Grog.
Watch,
We're
Cataclysm's
knocking,
just going to
knocking,
kill that unit. I'm not clicking the charge because we're going to use it to protect frigate. And I don't want to drop frigate and just lose it, because then we're kind of committing too much to a round that we're kind of getting pushed around in, if that makes sense. Like, it's looking like we're just going to kind of pass out, but playing something like that can kind of keep us a little bit in range and get a feel for how much more do we need to go. Okay. That answers this. They still only have 9 points. Well, no, I take the back, right? Because it's not counting a Saber-Tooth Tiger. I guess we'll pass. Leader went out. I guess we don't have to tell Saber-Tooth Tiger. Some control. Probably wasn't the best trade ever, though. Because leader was, I guess, potentially the big thing. That'll help engines later. We're gonna kick an infantry. Kick that. Okay. These are some decent cards that we can, like, just throw down to get through the round. Unless I do a full-on bleed here. We'll see. I'm still, again, a little confused what our opponent's doing here. A little bit unorthodox, I guess you'd say, but honestly, when you run into those, it basically translates to you're ready to get your butt kicked.
A wee hint.
Oh. If I drop this, it just dies. Should we maybe just drop Kudak or Kudak? I think it's that second one. Probably. I don't think there's gonna be a lot of locks here. So we just get our 6 points. Yeah, okay, that's gone. We'll drop Royal Guards. Oh, shoot. Oh. Shoot. Okay, never mind. We're gonna go this.
Scrub this, scrub that, for fuck's sake. I'm sick of these chores.
Try to get this frigate actually rolling. Okay, well, there's the pass. What do we need? Not a lot.
Not without good reason.
You boost you.
Understood.
And you boost you. Okay. Alright. Defender. No, they have purification. It's honestly probably kind of worth. It could at least eat some of that. But Prince and Say would be good. And a drummer. Okay. Not bad. I mean, with Renard down, those get the automatic boost. This could be, I don't know, I don't think this is going to be super great. I'm going to kick it. Okay, there's Defender. Could at least eat something. Blade Baron could find value. At the very least, it's just 7 points. I think we roll with this. So, we'll see the purification come out for this. But at the very least, it can eat some. Eat some of that, you know. They might only have one Moon Dust. Because without his leader, our shields here are pretty strong. Okay. Alright. We're gonna hold back on Vysogota. We're gonna play him later in the round.
Her Majesty is.
So we're losing deployability, but hopefully get the frigate surviving. We'll get that engine thing dropped down, then we'll go Vysogota. Oh my goodness. What a spawn. Six, can they deal with that? Not readily, at least. So we're gonna lose the automatic boost on this. That's really unfortunate, but we drop Vysogota. We could at least pull that out. So he has no more making bombs. Okay, there's northern wind.
Finally.
Maybe it lives. Maybe it lives. Alright, we're gonna go Vysogota next. It's not gonna be the biggest one, but honestly, considering that's only 8 provisions, you get a couple charges into it, it does just fine. Nuh-uh, he's not gonna hit the done banner thing. Okay. Okay, we've used a lot of his removal, so we're gonna go here.
Sometimes the price is too damn.
And we shield it. Go Baron next, I guess, just get it down.
Right-head Sparley!
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Who am I to
Bro. That is such a good, oh, that's so, such a good play in terms of winning the game for himself. Okay. Guess we go ahead. Well, he could have the 8 damage thing, but I guess we'll just go for value here.
Yes, my love. Throne, crown, all
But
Karak is
value,
ours.
because we'll get an extra point on Bloody Baron. It could actually matter in this matchup. But Becker's Rock Slide definitely checks that.
We've a hero in our midst.
We're gonna go for greed here. And honestly, a reset onto Baron would be kind of decent.
Have you seen a fuse lying about, have you?
Get the bleeding value. Okay, we should probably kill that. Well, we need to drop him, I guess, because then he won't actually be able to do anything.
Stand and fight, cowards!
Moondust. I think he would have used Moondust by now with some of the stuff we played. I already got the Heat Wave from him. I don't think he wouldn't have Heat Waved the defender if he had Moondust. Well, shoot. It's pretty good value for him, actually. I guess this is somewhat awkward. Play there, get here. What's the best course? So just Kill that. Kill that. I mean, there's nothing really. Can't click anything, so we got some points. Gord, if is his last play, we might win by 10, so 14.
Novigrad's a real beauty.
Nice.
The folk, of course.
Nice. We, after all the control, we still pulled it out. Nice. He should have kept Matic on there. I don't know why you would click that when I had a shield and you don't have any other bombs.